Hello everyone, welcome to the second CIVE391 Soils Lab experiment. The topic of this experiment will be the specific gravity of soil solids. Like for the previous experiment, the Lab Manual Section 1 Soils Lab is a required resource. For this experiment, several pieces of equipment are needed. They are as follows: a 500 milliliter pycnometer, a calibration sheet, Table 2 in your manual, a funnel, thermometer, an analytical balance, plastic squeeze bottle with deaerated distilled water, and lastly, an aspirator. Now we may begin the procedure for this experiment. First, fill a pycnometer with distilled water slightly above the calibration mark. Attach the pycnometer to the aspirator for 10 minutes. During this time, gently agitate the water by carefully shaking and turning the pycnometer. This is done to ensure that there are no air bubbles in the water. After the deaerating process, adjust the water level such that the bottom of the meniscus is at the calibration mark. Carefully clean and dry the neck of the pycnometer. Next, weigh the pycnometer and its contents, the water inside it, to the nearest 0.01 grams to obtain M1. Insert a thermometer and take a temperature reading T1 to the nearest 0.1 degrees Celsius. At this point, empty the pycnometer and use the same pycnometer for steps 6 to 10. Obtain a predetermined mass of soil sample, MS equal to 100 plus or minus 0.2 grams, and transfer the contents to the pycnometer with the funnel. Make sure to wash all the soil contents into the flask and any soil that may have adhered to the funnel. Be careful not to lose any soil at this point. Fill the pycnometer about 2/3 full of distilled water. Attach the pycnometer to the aspirator for at least 10 minutes. During the time, gently agitate the mixture by carefully shaking and turning the flask. Observe that the reduced air pressure in the pycnometer may cause the water to boil. When the deaerating process is complete, carefully add sufficient temperature-stabilized, deaerated water until the bottom of the meniscus is at the 500 milliliter calibration mark. Be careful not to introduce air into the flask when this water is added. Carefully clean and dry the neck of the flask above the calibration mark with a rolled paper towel. Weigh the pycnometer and its contents to the nearest 0.01 grams to obtain M2. Finally, insert a thermometer and take a temperature reading T2 to the nearest 0.1 degrees Celsius. With that, experiment number 2, specific gravity of soil solids, is completed. See you next time for experiment number 3, grain size analysis using the mechanical method.